across the street for a couple of starting words and a little bit of sunshine. And we'll take off. We're all here for justice. Justice for the 99%, justice for workers, justice specifically for Colombian workers hurt on the job and fired by General Motors in Colombia. We're on hunger strike and have been now starting the third week. I'm going to turn it over to Paige Shell Sperling and tell you more about what's going on today.
Excellent. Well, in a minute we're going to start marching, but I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the struggle that these workers are facing, that they've been engaged in already for several years. So these are workers that are from the General Motors assembly plant, Bogota, Colombia, and they've been injured on the job. From these injuries, they've been fired, and they've been left without anything. They haven't gotten workman's comp, they haven't gotten the medical treatment that they need. So they've been starving. Their families haven't had enough to eat. They've been facing foreclosures. There are a lot of themes that are very similar to what we're struggling with here in the United States as well. So these workers, they were in a very desperate situation. They decided to organize. They started the Association of Injured Workers and Ex-Workers of General Motors Colombia. They started occupying. You can see Romeo's sign right here. Come forward for a second. They started occupying 412 days ago in front of the U.S. Embassy on the streets of Bogota, in Colombia, where it's very dangerous to be an organizer. They've received death threats. They've been out there on the streets since then. They've maintained a permanent peaceful protest.
The week after Labor Day, I was in Detroit with Jorge Parra. He's the president of this Workers Association. He's in Detroit to bring the message home to General Motors. Their corporate headquarters are in Detroit, that it's time for justice. Time for justice now for all these workers.
So on the 1st of August, when they actually completed their year of occupation here on the street, they sewed their lips closed and began a hunger strike. So you can see, I've got a photo on me, there's photos all over of these workers with their sewn lips. It's ridiculous that these workers have to go to such extremes just to have their just demands listened to.
Today, as I think you all know, is the anniversary of Occupy. We have a lot in common. 99% doesn't just mean 99% in one country, it means 99% worldwide. These workers experience today what we're going to experience tomorrow in a globalized economy unless we fight it now. It's there today, it's our future we're fighting for. On the way, we're going to go past the Chevy dealer. Dealers are franchisees, they're not part of corporate, so we're going to ask them to be with us in the community, enjoying and sending the message to corporate GM that this has to be changed now. I have here petitions that have been signed by over 4,000 people worldwide supporting these workers. I'm going to deliver those to the management at Wentworth Chevy and ask them to forward that to corporate GM. Be with us in this struggle, to join in the community to seek justice for everybody. So I'm going to go inside when we get there. We're not going to assume anything bad about them until we find out otherwise. Give them a chance to be with us. Would appreciate, however, if you chant and make a very obvious show as you go by, so they can truthfully tell corporate that Portland cares about justice and wants it now. The basic message: corporate wealth stole workers' health. That's wrong. We want to stop.
Stole workers' health.
Corporate wealth
stole workers' health.
Corporate wealth stole workers' health. Corporate wealth stole workers' health. Corporate wealth stole workers' health. Corporate wealth stole workers' health.
Okay, so at this moment we are going to walk over here and stage to cross MLK. Then we're going to go across, we're going to follow MLK up towards this Wentworth dealership.
here showing some solidarity with the GM workers.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Good, thank you.
Sorry.
So man, good seeing you.
Joe,
That's right. That's right.
How you doing,
Good seeing you, man.
Good to see you.
Nice crowd out here. Good.
How are we doing? Can you see it?
In Colombia who are on a hunger strike.
Hey! No damo San Lucas. Fritos at San Lucas. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Okay guys, all I'm trying to say is this happened. We did not get a lot of press today. Okay? The kitten, there was a kitten story. They got 30 seconds. They rescued a kitten. We got 5 seconds at 5 a.m. this morning. This is why the choppers are in the air.
Tell GM, save these men. 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 Tell GM, save these men.
Still got problems when it comes to corporate accountability. And that's why
workers' health. Corporate wealth, the workers' health. Corporate wealth, the workers' health.
If everybody could keep on gathering in, we have a statement that was written today by the president of Azotreco, the Association of Workers and Ex-Workers that were injured at the General Motors assembly plant in Colombia.
That's right!
The Spanish parts first. Compañeros y hermanos de la lucha. Es para nosotros una enorme bendición contar con su apoyo. Jamás pensamos que nuestra lucha tan simple y transparente diera como resultado esta hermosa muestra de solidaridad. Definitivamente unió nuestro sentimiento con la misma causa de justicia que ustedes anhelan en su hermoso país.
That part in English says, brothers and sisters in the struggle. It is for us an enormous blessing to count on your support. We never thought that our simple struggle would result in such a beautiful show of solidarity. It definitely unites our wish for the same cause of justice that you desire in your beautiful country.
Me siento verdaderamente conmovido y agradecido por tan grande compromiso y cariño demostrado para con nosotros y nuestras familias. Como saben, solo somos obreros colombianos, pero con la firme convicción de luchar y defender nuestros derechos. Somos trabajadores como ustedes, pero a fin de cuentas trabajadores, y hoy en el mismo mundo se unen en un solo grito de justicia para lograr que GM haga lo correcto.
I feel truly moved and grateful for such great commitment and affection demonstrated toward us and our families. As you know, we are just Colombian workers, but with the firm conviction to fight and defend our rights. In the end, we are workers like you, and today we unite in the same world in a single call for justice and for GM to do what is right.
Aunque nosotros no estemos presentes en sus acciones de apoyo, nuestro corazón y nuestras oraciones lo están. En nombre de Azotrecol y nuestras familias, muchas gracias.
Although we are not present in your actions of support, our hearts and our prayers are with you. On behalf of Azotrecol and our families, thank you very much.
Buenas tardes con todos y todas. Hello everyone, my name is Marco Mejia and I'm with Just with Justice, one of the coalitions that is supporting today. Thank you, supporting today this effort. It is important what we are seeing around. If we can see all the signs, we have a diversity of different messages. And that's what it is. Today is 1 year, or this week, a year of the Occupy movement. Right? Give it up. There we go. And the Occupy movement is very much all of us here with all the issues that are affecting our communities, our livelihood. And that's why today we want to especially focus a little bit on these workers and the Colombian workers, because they are the example of what's going on with the corporate world, going all over the world and destroying the natural resources and exploiting all workers with cheap labor and with really, really terrible conditions of work. So today I am going to ask you, again, this is possible only when we commit to come out to support this kind of struggles. Is that right? So, Just with Justice ask you to sign a pledge if you didn't do it yet. I have these cards here that they're going to go around, and what they mean, the pledge is very simple. It says that you commit to come out to support 5 different struggles or 5 different communities other than mine. Are we willing to do that? Yes. Just in 1 year. Yes. So please, if you didn't sign it, thank you very much. But if you didn't sign it, if you sign this, we will invite you every time that we have this kind of event, so you can have the information to come out. That's the only time that we use this information. Thank you very much.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Occupy. All right, on this day we are all here in solidarity, standing with the injured GM workers down in Colombia, where they have occupied for 412 days now. They've occupied the U.S. Embassy down there, and they have one hell of an occupation going. And so, yeah, we stand in solidarity with them, and with the
struggles, and happy birthday, Occupy.
Alright, as most people probably know, if not everybody, we actually have somebody that went on a hunger fast here, a hunger strike in Portland. So Cameron, if you can come up and speak to what it's like, the solidarity, what is it like to have support when you are on a hunger strike?
Hey guys. Happy birthday, Occupy. What?
We are 99%.
What?
We are 99%.
What?
We are 99%.
What?
We are 99%.
I really like that, thank you.
Hi, Cameron.
Hi, man. One full year, 365 days of absolute madness. And I've shared it with pretty much each and every one of you guys. And I'm happy to see a huge crowd of watchdogs hoping for a better future. So thank you for that.
Yay for the Colombian.
I actually did receive a message from one of the fellow hunger strikers about 3 days ago on Facebook. This is from Jorge Andrade, and he said to me, Hola, amigo. Soy de los trabajadores de GM de Colombia, también un huelga de hambre. Mucho gusto saber de tu lucha. Un abrazo fraternal. And in English, that means, hi friend. I'm one of the workers with GM in Colombia, who is also on a hunger strike. I'm very happy to hear about your struggle. It's like a cause with a brother. And it really meant a lot for me to hear that. But at the same time, I was really excited to see people standing up for their human dignity and their right to justice. Also hurt me a little bit, because even though I went on a hunger strike for 55 days for the injustice going on here in America, I still remember what it's like to be in Colombia, where the general population is suffering from 35% of people living in extreme poverty. And knowing that here in America, we can have 20,000 teachers go on a strike in Chicago, and we have to worry about their leaders disappearing overnight. And so, I'm so glad to see that there's an interconnectedness that Occupy is now embracing to make sure that we worry about global justice happening everywhere. Because this isn't just a struggle that's dealing with you and me. This is everybody. And, they deserve so much of our support. So I don't want to see this end tonight. I went on a hunger strike, and I was so glad to see so many people come out and sleep outside of City Hall with us, and to be out there for the 50-day rally, and everybody come out and speak and share their stories. And we need to let that extend to every single cause, because there are so many people who need us, and we don't have to fail them. Thank you.
Remember to make me free from my someone at the end of this month. My son Naomi, Dad, the movie killer, so all you and Naomi, Dad, them a movie of Baby Sweet and make some black baby, but tongue hard not to go on the street.
He's a politician.
Except if that's the only way to win the game.
Keep the mayor.
That's what this is about, the future. Okay. Things you can do to help: get in touch with corporate GM, make a phone call, send them an email, write them a letter. Any way you can find, talk to elected officials, anybody you can find to get the message to corporate GM. Tell them make this right now. It matters to you as a consumer, it matters to you as a taxpayer. We want justice now. Get the message through to them. We've got people on hunger strikes starting their 3rd week. They're already sick. One's been hospitalized already. Their families are going hungry as well. Their children go without medical care. They can't go to the doctor if they have burns, they have illnesses. It's urgent, so please help. Those who can afford it, we have a means of picking up collections to try and subsidize their hunger strike and their families during the hunger strike. you can help financially if that's within your capacity, but you certainly can all help by raising your voices. Tell GM, make this right now. Corporate wealth should never steal workers' health. Thank you. You can also, if you want to make it easy for taking action, if you're a one-click activist, go to witnessforpeace.org, okay, witnessforpeace.org, and you can find ways to send an email to GM, to your elected officials, to a variety of parties who can help. You can also go to change.org and put in the search term of ASOTRECOL, A-S-O-T-R-E-C-O-L, or Colombian General Motors Workers. You'll find a petition, the one we just asked Wentworth to send on to corporate, which they agreed to do. Over 4,000 names already. Let's go for 5,000. You can help by signing that.
Let's go for 50!
All right. There's also a webpage for ASOTRECOL, www.asotrecol.com. You can go there and see their statements directly.
You can also hear from the workers themselves if you go to their YouTube video channel. So go to YouTube and search for the GM workers. Also, if you use Twitter, you can tweet at GM. And if you use the hashtag #ShameOnGM, that's how we're organizing it. Great, thank you all for coming out tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah! Go Colombia!
That's right! Go, baby, go!
Before everybody goes, I just want to thank you all for coming together. This is the first time that Occupy's been on the news in almost 10 months. And while we have a very special cause today for GM Colombia, let's not forget that this is happening all over the world right now. Today is the anniversary of Occupy NYC. Today they're all being arrested. They're forming a human chain around Wall Street. They're all getting Mason arrested right now. So can we have a little a round of applause for the New York Occupy movement? So, coming up in October, we have our own one-year anniversary for ending of all corporate greed. And this is a global movement. This is not just Portland, it's not just New York City. So let's all remember that this time in October, we need about 1,000 times more people than this.
And just pick your
All right?
fucking nose up and put it on your face!
It's going to come around that there's only a few people really running this world, and if we all get together, we all deserve healthcare, we all deserve fair jobs. Don't narrow it down to just one cause. Remember that there's about 4,000 people running this planet right now, and we are 7 billion people. This is happening all over the world, okay guys? Yeah! So come October, you know, we got 15,000 people last year. Let's double that this year. You know, we are Portland, okay? So let's show Occupy for, you know, the little guy. Because this is not going to stand. As a human species, we're not going to survive if we just let them tear us apart piece by piece. Let's stand up for every cause that represents the common man. Fair jobs, fair education, fair health care. You know, we just got... It turns out that now, did you guys know that libraries are closed on Mondays now?
Yeah!
Okay, so how long until they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays?
Vote for the library.
And how long till we have one day left to go to the library? And then how long till the libraries are closed? So don't sleep on any one topic. Stay with what you're passionate about. Tell your friends. I just texted 200 people. It was too late. I didn't hear about this until too late. Come October 16th, that's Portland's anniversary for Occupy. Call them out. Call them out. People to the streets. Thank
But right now, it's a critical moment for these workers. In the next 2 weeks, we hope to move the situation for them. So all that you can do right now with horizontal media distribution, send this stuff out to all your friends and get the word out. Thank you.